No! They're still going to commit on towards that Novaria Roam this time.
Yeah, you need to commit to your, decisions, Gani. You said that's going to be Novaria Roam, and it is Novaria Roam.
It's a possibility in that first phase, but now they committed on towards that Roam. It's looking shaky for the composition here. I might have to go towards Blacklist side.
This panel has commitment issues, right? I have issues with committing to Auras for my prediction, and now Gani has
Teams
a prediction.
made up or their mindset for what the turtle really means. And now here's a kick by the Hitman.
The Hitman already finds one with the way of the Dragon. Renegade is able to get back out, but Reza quickly steals and goes for the real world manipulation of his own. Renegade is low, and finally we see Van finding the first kill of the game. No casualties on the side of Aura Fire.
I hate to say it, but there were way too many Aura fam dudes there, and it just didn't lead to much. Another go.
Yep, on to Kabuki already with a cutthroat. Hades, he's very close to getting it, but Renegade on the opposite side by Tribrush already finds an opportunity as Oheb should be able to clean this up against Van, but no, Van, one more auto attack, able to puncture backwards and knock him out.
Hell, even Reza isn't going to have a great early to mid spike to help build up to what they eventually want, but no, Aura Fire just welcomed him. Now Van diving in.
Yep, he wants his bat. Oheb ends up dying regardless, but Hades in the back starting his work onto Ward's High. Runs out of energy, is forced to get back out of there. And another one now starting to build their lead to a 2.2. But it's the Hitman who kicks back high. It's the real war manipulation. Good synergy between the two.
That's right. It looks like this is the first win for Blacklist International in this 5.5-minute game. And here's Hades trying to repair the situation. Clear the wave, threatening to kill on Van, and the shutdown!
Yep, good commitment from Hades, even utilizing
in the early game, now going into the mid-game power spike. Edward looking for one. Does he know Hades is here?
Yep, they're going to go on for a full-on brawl to try to steal it away. Oh, Renegade gets a really good way of the Dragon, and they secure the kill with the RWM. Kabuki makes his attempt. He cracks open the mid-tier 1 at the same time, so despite Van dying, they still got a trade back. Opponents at the right place at the right time. Kabuki losing 60% of his HP to a single cutthroat from Hades. They try to finish him off, but now RWM and as well as Blazing Duet, Oheb doesn't make the shot. High still able to outplay it for now. Good movement overall.
Yep. It looks like they're going to continue pressuring bottom lane tier 1. It looks like Edward who's going to be the anchor, but even Hades is going to start cutting waves and making sure that there is some way for Oheb to get some waves in and maybe share a bit of the jungle.
Oh, Hades hops right over the wall with the cutthroat. Sure that he's stealing the RWM to trade back against Blacklist. Here we go. Third round of that purple buff. Good third hit of G couldn't go, but now Kabuki's in that back line already with the Blazing Duet. Edward is low, and Palevi is able to tank that damage, looking for the kill. Edward able to flicker out of there. Renegade already lost his life, but that means a good amount of battle spells have been burnt. Flicker from Reza, Purified coming in for Kabuki.
Aura Fire just bullish to actually dive in with a Blazing Duet. And again, I think Oheb 50% of the time in this 15-minute game has been rocking Renner, right? Oh, wait, there's a catch?
I mean, he tried. Renegade doesn't get the right angle, and now he's going to get punished with the Blazing Duet. Not just yet. It's going to be the bravest fight. Here we go, the Blazing Duet in that back line, getting all the resources and even a Purify to ensure that he lives. Edward left with no support whatsoever with his steal on the way of the Dragon from Reza to put him out of his misery.
All right. Redrin. And with a situation like this, they do find a kick.
Yep, they find the kick. Oh, Bennett's rage deals more than enough with a quick cleanup coming in from Hades. And they finally find the pick on towards Van once again.
And folks watching, you all know as well, it's the Aura fam. But right now, big Lord, Evolved Lord marching on through. Palevi jumps in.
Makes the attempt with the Raven's Warrior, gets the RWM out of Haji, which is great. Now Oheb is trying his best to clear this wave, but this gives an opportunity for Aura Fire to get right on in. Big ultimates are down, 2 battle spells as well. Edward is taking way too much damage, ends up dying, and Renegade the next to fall. His immortality is going to keep it alive, but it allows Kabuki to get into the middle of the fight. Does he have his Purify? Yes, he does. Already used the wand as well. He's going to die on over. Gives the kill to Haji. They've done what they can, and now they're on the run. Reza, good kick on towards the right targets. That's going to be Hades down.
And they are struggling to stay in this. Oheb and Haji, the only ones left. They're going to clear this wave. Oheb's very low. Can Van take him? Yes, he does. It's just the KDA machine left.
I mean, Haji, he's running out of mana. He has to go and at least touch the fountain. Van, he's got more than enough damage, but no minions to work with. The rest of Aura Fire are quickly rushing on over. The closest death timer is Edward, which is 9 seconds. Keep in mind, they need Oheb to guarantee the clear. Haji trying his best with the real world manipulation, focusing on the minions, but the second one is coming, but Haji flickers out just in time. Edward is coming back up, and Aura Fire decide to back away.
Woo! Big SpongeBob Psy meme. Ooh, Aura Fire. They're building back up. Reza still has his IMU, so that's going to be key. Whose ult does he steal? Takes the kick.
He takes the kick. This is important because they're trying to keep Hades out of the pit overall. They're getting very, very close here. Renegade in the middle of it. It's Lafari who takes the Lord, and Renegade loses immortality, gets the kick with the backline, getting attacked by Reza as he's on top of Oheb. Immortality popped. Edward tries to slow him down. He's dead. Winter Trudge, fast hands from Reza, still dies regardless to Hades, but they're getting chased down one by one, and Van, he doesn't care about it. Unfortunately for him, Oheb has that Haas Claw to keep him alive. High, again, not hitting as many spheres as he wants to, but Haji, wow, KDA machine. His flickers have been so very sharp.
2 for 2. Aura Fire still coming on top of this, and just like that, another high ground defense of Blacklist has to somehow squeeze themselves through. This is living on the edge if I've ever seen it, and Astral Echo hits all 3.
Yep. We see Pod Levy, British fighter. He's going to use it very early on, looking for the opportunity. Still has his flicker available. He could look for the stun, and yes, that's exactly what he wants. He gets on top of Oheb, perfectly takes him out. Beautiful play coming in from Pod Levy, giving his life for higher here. Now it's going to be a 2v2. Nope, make it a 2v1 as Hades going to try his absolute best, but no, it's done for Haji. He has to use the Winter Truncheon, and that's going to conclude this game. Falling into the hands of Aura Fire, 14 kills to 9.
Quite the marathon we had here as well. The Aura fam all around the world just standing up, showing
Pull Joy or Marxist if possible, but a fast response in fairness. Yeah, Blacklist, they want a team fight.
Ooh, it's scary. It's scary. They want to go for the team fight. Aura, maybe they want to go for pickoffs instead. I mean, with the Kaja, it does combo well and synergize well with the Beatrix. Uranus is just going to be alone playing Brawl, perhaps in that EXP lane, just trying to go for more objectives.
Hasn't really turned it into a full lead just yet, but both sides just refusing to use the Retribution. Edward getting ready for the electrifying beats. He's stacking it up fast. The box comes down, and Hades tries to get into the middle of that pit. He takes it away with the call Altar as well. First blood achieved by Oheb as they make it back out. Renegade wants a little bit more, but High is going to walk away scot-free. Pot Levy is going to make it easy for Renegade to walk back, and will try and force him to recall as soon as possible with the Ionic. No, he's not going to die here, right? No, Pot Levy, don't do it. He flickers forward to try! He tries anyway! Renegade gets to live and gets a free battle spell.
Yep, he used the Shadow. This is what you were describing, Gideon, as the insurance policy. A late game Moskov does not put in as much fear as most, but here we go.
The call altar has already been popped. High ends up dying regardless. Renegade, now the clap back from Blacklist International. Retributions traded on both sides. So now they back off. The reset once again with 20
More
seconds.
scary than a late game Moskov. You've seen it yesterday in the hands of Sasa, but now Haji with an RWM. What can he do?
Oh, he's getting way too low here. Hades has a free decimate. He gets it, but the kill still goes over to Haji. And Hades, he's holding on to the decimate. He knows that's not my place to take the kill, right? Let's get Haji ahead of the game, and then we can start taking this neutral as they get right onto it. Oheb is trying to keep Pa Levy back, and Consecration has already been blown. Falls back into the mortar coils, and the RWM from Reza is going to try to keep Hades in check, gets him down, and now it's anybody's game. Anybody could be stealing away this turtle, and who gets it? It falls into the hands of Pa Levy with a fully stacked Ionic Edge.
And
we've already passed the 5-minute mark. It's not going to matter any longer. But the amount of pressure that Aura is putting on this very first Tier 1, 5 minutes into the game is looking good. Slight leads on all sides. Call Altar is already down. Black. Oheb still falling at the very, very end. Tries to use the Inspire to keep himself alive. And now RWM, as the clap back, High is able to use the Lightning Bombs just to get out of the box.
oh, so close. but that's never enough. Now Van with the clapback, bombs away. Hades, oh, he got terrified.
Yeah. Oh, that's so unfortunate that the Terrify makes you go the opposite direction. It feels so bad.
Oh, I was just saying, man, this early game was relatively slow for Aura Fire compared to game 1, right? Draft presented by Blacklist International. Oh, wait, there's a pull.
The Divine Judgment looks good, but Edward decides just to walk forward, take them all out with the electrifying beats, even getting the Vengeance out. Kabuki now going to get punished, falling into the Assurance. Aura, a double kill for Agent Zero, and now Vaughn, he has to do this with zero support. He has to make it work. He knows that Hades doesn't have his Retribution, but he can tank all the members at once. He needs to start speeding this up. He's got Retribution. Oh no! He drops it, and he's able to secure the turtle. Does he get to walk away for free? Ooh, Call Altar protects the rest of the team. And now Vaughn, he's just taking the damage slowly but surely. Don't tell me he survives this! And it's Edward who's able to pick him off just in time.
Gets that last dash in on time to punish Van. Could have sworn he was going to walk away. He could
Within the storm, of course, but here we go. Hades, he's walking up a little close high, actually flickering forward into the Divine Judgment, ensuring, no, Kabuki misses, and now the kill goes over to Reza. You wanted to snowball Kabuki, but hey, if you're going to miss, Reza's going to take it. Renegade forced to back away.
Oh, no. Shades of the General, shades of the Lar. Look at how deep that Uranus is in.
I hate it. I hate it so much. The double proxy already looking so very good, and now they're getting on top of Van so far. He's tanking it, but he's only taking so far.
Whoa.
He ends up dying regardless. Reza tries his back. The Shadow Strikes are good, but Edward finally pops his Vengeance at the very end. He doesn't have the electrifying beats, but the rest of Blacklist International are a man up, and here comes Paul Levy to stand in that front line, taking almost no damage against Oheb, who doesn't have his items. Without that Retribution, it's tough, but Bennett's Rage comes out. Mega kill coming out from Agent Zero, who helps Hades secure this Lord with his own Retri. Blacklist finally back away.
100 gold. And now Edward, close to it. Forward flicker by Kabuki. All right, that just puts us back to 0, maybe.
I don't think it... well, I guess the Blacklist International need to deal with it. They're going for it, right? They push him out of position into the rest of Aura Fire. The Divine Judgment pulls back into the RWM, but it really does matter as the Shadow Stampede is able to counter it. Call Altar of their own, and Vaughn too low. Double kill for Oheb, and Apanabi is on the run. He cannot tank any further than this.
Late entry by... What they have to do is work on the long lane, make sure that that's pushing, make sure that's winning, and then go. There's a pull!
Yup, Hades, he's chunked out so low, ends up dying to Kabuki, and now Blacklist International with no Retribution. This is going to be easy for Levi. Even if he has to sacrifice his life, RWM is going to be coming out as well. Return RWM from Reza just to stop Haji down, but Blacklist International try their absolute best. They still can't take this Lord away from Aura
So
Fire.
yes, this is a good spot to be in for Blacklist International if they're going to stay in, but for now, though, I'm not so sure. Oh, they've cordoned off high.
Yeah, high. He still has the flicker. He could try to make something happen, but the rest of his teammates are just way too far away, and there was no reason to be that far in the first place. Blacklist International get a free punish, but man, this just shows how important it is to clean up your room before you go to an event.
That's right. That's what they call the mandatories, the upkeep. And here you see, oh, the RWM, the answer.
It came out, but it's just to clear the waves, right? They refuse to lose. Oh no, the wall, it actually collapses on towards Vaughn's side. Renegade could maybe make something happen. Doesn't get close enough, but it's going to be Haji who secures that kill. Haji flickering forward aggressively, and Reza now dropping the RWM to look to punish. Winter Truncheon looks good, but in the back lines, we already see it. It's Edward, Agent Zero, finding one kill for himself, and a second one on top of Levy with the help of Renegade. What an aggressive maneuver from Blacklist International.
And that's what happens. Again, a lot of the fights that Aura Fire are going to lose are fights that they walk into. And with that, Blacks International pummeling on through, penetrating through mid. A huge win for them. Top lane goes as well. Oh, it's just a matter of time.
Yep, does Kabuki have the ultimate? RWM is going to come out to make sure that Kabuki can actually do it. And they still have one. Vaughn tries, but it's too late. The Retribution does not connect. Blacklist International will be able to bring this to Game 3.
We have already changed the narrative. Not like this, not this way. The Aura fam will not sweep Blacklist, not in the SPS challenge season. Woo!
You gotta give it to Oheb, right? Again, his knockbacks, he is pushing.
Aura, and I'm curious to see what... Okay, we're gonna see a comfort pick here for High. he's actually used this once in the jungle as well. So he knows the hero out and in. Kufra, the choice.
Well, head-to-head, Kufra Kaja. Kaja wins that one, but overall...
Talk about Haji for just a second. He's been playing such good standard games. Wait, hold on. They're already finding the initial engagement onto Renegay's side. He's trying to get out of the light wheel and manages to walk away. So keep in mind, you don't want to sit in that light wheel for too long.
Back to Haji though, but wait, up top!
Yep, it's going to be Van. He's looking for that first blood, finds it on towards Edward's side, and that's why it's a tough matchup. Lapu Lapu does not get good until
He would have missed level 4. It would have been a much harder fight. So here, if he commits to it, gets that last wave, he can get a split. Now Haji's in trouble.
Real world manipulation already coming out, but Feather Airstrike as a response. They trade 1-for-1 on either side, though. Turtle falls into the hands of Hades from Blacklist International. Look for this trade. Look at it. Reza at level 4, Haji at level 5. They're going to get into engagement again. It's going to be Hades tanking as much as he can. Oh, great Divine Judgment coming in from Renegade. He won the counter engage, though. It looks pretty good, but Van, he's got to decide on what he wants. As Blacklist International split apart, Kabuki is able to join the fight just in time to take out Hades. A 2-for-1 trade in favor of Aura Fire.
Not that far ahead of Oheb, but the fact that he's willing to show up in fights sooner makes all the difference. High with a jump.
Yep, they've already broken a majority of the shielding. High, he's going to die here. There's nothing that he can do, and now Oheb finally catching back up. Again, Corrosive Scythe, cost-efficient item in comparison to something like a Hunter Strike. I think he's fine, right? He's still got the split technically. He's trying to walk away from 3. It's not looking good now. He goes into the split. Vaughn's trying to help. Renegay's waiting for it. High could look for a response. He finds it. No, doesn't hit Haji in time. They're trying to get on top of Hades as the counter response here. It's now turned into a fight, and it's going to be High. He finds 2 Feather Airstrike to deter the rest of Aura Fires. They back away, and Edward still should be able to secure this kill on towards Vaughn's side. Gets it as the real world manipulation comes out of Reza, only finding 1. Renegade flickering forward. High trying to slow him down, gets hit by the Divine Judgment. Better him than anybody else, but Pa Levy already using the grab to slow them down. This is not looking good as Aura Fire finally call it quits.
Just to make sure that Aura Fire don't push the advantage here. Turtle scored by a Blacklist this time around. 100%, and they pop Pa Levy here. This is a great move for Blacks International. They're buying so much space for Oheb, who has had, dare I say, the most comfortable game he's had in game 1, 2, and 3 so far. And there's a jump by High, threatening Edward.
Oh, unfortunately, High was not able to Fire. Now, down by the bottom side, Kabuki holding on his own. Renegade looking for an opportunity, and Oheb, he says no, flickers forward, sneaks in an auto attack before flickering. Great moves from Oheb.
Something he may have picked up from an old rival, if you know what I'm saying. Now, Blacks International on the board here. High with a jump!
Yep, Reza gets saved from the Divine Judgment, and now Renegade just left out to dry. Void Crystal and Void Blast looks with real world manipulation as well. They still haven't caught on to him, and now Hades is slowing down High. Renegade might get away from 3, tries to go for the execute, but didn't buy enough time. Ends up going down. He doesn't mind, right? Look at his emblems. He's totally fine with dying.
Yep.
Version of Blacklist International actually obtain a lead this early into the game, but now this might be a full-on fight here. He's trying to bait this out, but the rest of Aura slowly showing face in the mid lane. We see Pa Levy flickering forward to make this happen. Split has been activated. Divine Judgment as well. Real world manipulation to look for an opportunity onto Hades as Vaughn is able to take out the backline just in time with the help of the real world manipulation. But notice that it's going to be Edward taking out their backline as well. That's a 3-for-2. The bravest fighter still lives on.
And just like that, Oheb, a switch inside of him. This is Blacklist's housekeeping. See, they're having High take care of that alongside Kabuki Reza.
Never want to do this. You never want to do this because, again, when you're playing,
like they let go low minion count for the bottom lane, so that is going to be an advantage. Renegade spots 1. High looking for the jump.
Yep, he gets on top of Pa Levy so far. Man, it's raid! No, he channeled the split too early. He needed to get out of there. The RWM is up on top of Renegade so far, but Vaughn, he's so out of position, forced to use the Phantom Execution to get back in, and now the Feather Airstrike is free to go, but it's going to be Aura Fire who secures Lord as the rest back away. Only 1 casualty so far, about to be 2. High can't seem to escape, and the bonk is going to send him back to the base. Haji, so consistent.
And they are going to convert that death ball into a push in mid. But Gideon, I think it would be an injustice for us to not say.
Items like, look at Oheb right now. He's 3 items. He's got the Malefic Roar. Yeah, sure. Build an anti-cuirass. I'm just going to cut through you regardless. But man, he's doing some good damage. Renjay looking to punish. He sees Haji. He sees Edward. Can't get out. Haji just does not miss.
Oh, quite the nomad.
Haji.
That's great. That is great. Hades looking for an opportunity. Oh, the suppress. Oh, nobody pulls it out of the Menace range. Doesn't matter, though. They still aren't able to get the Tyrant's range out in time for the airstrike to deter the rest. Nicely done. Good recovery from Blacklist International.
Yep, back-to-back wins.
He cancels it. He's trying to go for the 1v1 against Haji and gets it in time. Flickers away, and now he's against Oheb. Oh my god, Kabuki! He finds it. Edward finally takes him out of the back line. The damage is gone. And Reza with the real-world manipulation to deter them. It's going to be Vaughn. That's all they have left. They've got no more damage. They've lost their marksman. And now it's just Reza slowly chipping away at Edward. He's just taking it.
This is difficult. It's a 2v3. What was that? Off of the back of Kabuki's 50-50. Never tell him the odds. No. Never tell him the odds. They have turned it all around. Hades is going to fall here, and it's only Renjay left. What even? The difference between Oheb and Kabuki's kit. Oheb did not have a win chance. Kabuki did. What? And in certain parts of the map, and even Edward's in trouble.
Yep, they find Edward. Nicely played by Aura Fire. They knew that Black unlikely, and Palevi, he's going to make sure that Hades is nice and stacked up. So when he splits, it's going to matter. Menace range is already coming out as Palevi is already taking too much Feather Airstrike as well to try and secure the kill. Able to get the immortality, and there's Hades. He finally drops and high. Oh, tries to get on top of Haji. The Purify is good, and the Winter Truncheon as well, but with no support, he's left hanging.
Blacklist International got nothing. Not even a trade. Aura Fire takes everything. 2 for none. Plus a Luminous Lord sitting at 5,000 gold ahead. Bare minimum, Gideon. Bare minimum. Aura Fire's taking 2 inhibitors.
All right, let's see how much damage they can apply onto Blacklist International. The siege is going to continue, but again, the high ground defense from the side of Blacklist International is good. Even Edward is willing to expand his ult just to clear waves. What sucks about it is the fact that the Lord just spawned and now the waves are starting to crash.
Yep. Again, Aura Fire orchestrating this push. There goes mid-tier 3. The inhibitor falls. Bottom in jeopardy. Oheb just making quick work of it. He has to. And here's the big lord. It's going to jump on through. There's a big siege minion right between them.
Well, Hades tries to cancel it. Bennett's Rage being expanded. RWM as well to zone them out. The classic siege. Oh, they get Hades. And now this is going to get real difficult. Oheb has no ults to work with left. Nothing to clear those waves. And Haji has to decide. He quickly goes with the Feather to Airstrike on towards the minion wave, but they're punishing him high. Doesn't let him go any further than this as they close out the game against Blacklist International. That's it. They've done it. Aura Fire. Well played. GG. Well played.
2-1, taking the series right out of the clutches of a possible reverse sweep. The